Way. That's all we can ask, bro. That's all we can ask. What's up, family? It's your boy Jay Giddens, the father. Remember to be positive, optimistic, keep positive people in your circle, as those three things are key to ensuring positivity is invited into your future. Stay right here, don't go nowhere. Stay right there, don't go nowhere. Because I want to talk to you about something. I titled this video, right? I just want to make sure this don't fall. What's up? What's up, Nine Ether? One love to you, God. One love. Peace to you, God. This video, I titled it, Proper Planning Prevents Poor Performance, okay? Because, yeah, peace and love to the family. I appreciate you. Because, I'm getting a little sick of this shit, okay? Let me tell y'all what happened. So, well, first of all, peace and love to everybody. We're going to start off on a positive note. I wanted to show y'all how to make sure that you stay healthy, right? Make sure that you know how to stay healthy and how to heal yourself from sickness and how to avoid being sick. Just want to know how to do that. I'm not even saying you got to do it and be perfect, but you want to at least know how to do that. And to not at least try to get the knowledge to know how to do that is neglectful to oneself. It's self-deceitful, or it's neglectful to your child if you have children, right? So if you're a parent right now, I want you to stick around for this video. I'm going to talk to you about how to make sure that you can protect yourself and your own health, right? From sicknesses as well as attacks that you're going to have on you by different authorities who are going to, attempt to break your mucosa, right? Which is how you get sick, right? Anytime that you get sick, that's because you have mucus inside your system, which is through something called a mucosa gland that covers your entire internal anatomy, right? But we're not going to go into all of that. What I just want to do is say this. All right. So let me just tell y'all what motivated this, right? Y'all know I have 5 children. My 2 eldest children. What's up, Nine Ether? One love to you, family. My 2 eldest children are Journey Giddens and Justice Giddens, right? Journey is 13, Justice is 9, right? My 9-year-old school called me today, talking about how, Justice was so sick and she needed to be taken directly to a physician, and they want somebody to come get her and take her straight to a physician because she has RSV. Right? For those who don't know, that means respiratory syncytial virus, right? And they call it syncytial for a reason, because that virus syncs up with your cells, right? Because it was created, like they all was. All of these sicknesses, diseases were created. None of these existed, right? So, but anywho, so what I wanted to say to people was, because when they told me that, it immediately infuriated me, but I know they're just doing their job in the system, in the matrix, being the agent they have to be. But I want people to know that when these things are happening, make sure that you are enlightening yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make sure that you're exposing yourself to certain information. Like, for instance, we all know about STDs, right? STDs were all created as well for the purpose of, attacking and harming us, if not killing us. Now, for instance, one of the STDs we know of is called chlamydia, right? Chlamydia comes from an original element known as chlamydiota, right? Chlamydiota was, it was a group of atoms or molecules that they found in the bottom of an ocean, right? And they found this chlamydiota and they took it back to a lab, and then they started doing shit to it. And now we have chlamydia. You feel me? Now you can do that same thing with pretty much every single sickness there ever was, and you'll see why it's here. So I just want to re-motivate and energize people on that perspective of making sure that you know that you don't have to depend on no doctor. You know what I'm saying? Do not, what I really want to tell people is, try to get out of the habit of depending on these doctors. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, look, all right. Think of, being health smart. What's up, Waving with Will? One love to you. What's up, Forever Nuke? One love to you, family. I appreciate y'all for coming in. Think of you being, being health smart, right? As being street smart, right? Right? Let me give y'all a metaphor so you see how silly it is depending on these goddamn doctors. So let's say being health smart is being street smart, right? And doctors are drug dealers, and the streets is you get what I'm saying, right? So boom. Let's say your doctor, alright, so let's say you on the block, right? You in the streets. Your cousin, he be on the block hustling, so he know about the streets. But you don't. So every time something happen on the block, some niggas pull up or something happen, you call your cousin. So let's say you outside on the block, some niggas pull up, you call your cousin. You like, yo, some people just pulled up. What I'm supposed to do, cousin? He like, what? yo, I don't know, go tell them niggas move. You see, but he don't know that them niggas got tools with them and they gonna shoot you. You see how you can get jammed up by trying to depend on somebody else? Or he might know them niggas. Or he might know that if them niggas don't get you, they gonna get him. So therefore he gonna send you. You see what I'm saying? Now apply that concept metaphorically to the health field, right? So if you in the health field and you get sick, the doctor, so the block is your anatomy. The drug dealer or the niggas that pull up is the sickness. Let's say you have diabetes, right? That's the niggas that pulled up, right? The doctor is your cousin. So is you going listen, are you going to call your cousin and say, yo, niggas just pulled up, what I'm supposed to do? Or are you going to analyze these niggas, see what they about, see what you can find out about them, where they come from, and all of that, and then move on them niggas yourself? You get what I'm saying? This is the difference between, oh, I appreciate that Sliced Up Life said dope jacket. To be honest with you, this is my goddess jacket. This is my goddess jacket, but we like the same size so I can fit her stuff, so I'm wearing it. But I make it look fly, so it's like, no, but like real talk, like, we gotta understand, see, you gotta get that confidence. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that confidence to be able to look anybody in their face and be like, yo, what the fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be a person that's, you know, I'm a oncologist, right? You know, for those who don't know, oncology is the study of cancer, right? So somebody could say, I'm an oncologist. I went to school for 9 years and I'm, you know, meat doesn't cause cancer. I'm an oncologist. Okay. So I would look that person in their eyes and say, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I will pull up the documents to show them, you know what I'm saying, that cancerous materials exist in these things. But that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm just saying the same way once you get that level of confidence. So when they call you, because I want y'all to understand, the school called me today. Now my two eldest daughters, my 13 and my 9-year-old, they are going to physical school only because of a specific unfortunate scenario. Okay, only because of that, you know, because mom is in support of them going to physical school, even to the level of fighting me to make sure that they go. So to avoid certain other aspects, you know, because of living to everything, I just went ahead and faltered. So I don't want nobody to think that I would ever be at a mental level where I would have my kids in physical school. That's crazy. I would never do that. I'm not going to say that's crazy because there are people who do that, but I don't move like that. I need y'all to know better than that. But my eldest two are in school. My 9-year-old school called me and they all like, look, y'all want to see the little ones because they come in here making all this noise. Say hi. Since y'all want to hop up in here. No, don't you? No, don't run now. Oh no, don't run now. Don't run now. Don't run. You come down. Y'all come down. You see how they do? Come down here while I'm on the live. Yeah, whatever. Get out of here. They come down here while I'm on the live, you feel me? And then when I want to give them a little bit of sauce, down one. But look, like I said, man, you know, they reached out to me and the nurse was all like, you know, oh, Mr. Giddens, your daughter, she's really sick and we're seeing a bunch of things. Too late now. Nope. I already told you to say hi before. Nope. Hi. All right, get out of here. So, they called me all like, Mr. Giddens, your daughter, blah, 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 blah. And then guess what they said? You should take her directly to a physician. She's really bad. When you get her, you got to take her straight to a physician, So listen, here's what we need to know. See, I can speak a little bit more woke on this platform. You feel me? Let me speak a little bit more woke on this platform. See, because I did this live on Facebook not too long ago. But I can't go that hard on Facebook. You feel me? I can't go that hard on Facebook because people don't be feeling, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so look. So let me tell y'all what their superpower is, right? When I say they, I mean, those who have invaded this planet, who run everything right now. Their superpower is this thing called documentation. When they get documentation on you, they on your ass, boy. That's the superpower right there. You know how Superman, he got the bzzz. What a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Let me show you their superpower. This is their superpower. Listen, y'all interrupted my analogy that I'm giving here, okay? Y'all can say hi one more time. Alright, go ahead and get up on out of here. Look, this their superpower though. Right? Then they go in the back room. They be like, we'll be right back. Like, I don't care if it's a court. I don't care if it's the court system, the medical system, the school system, whatever system. This is how, when they get on your ass, how it's going to start off. Because they got to build a case on your ass, or it's going to start off like this. And then you're going to get an email after that, you know, saying we on your ass. So look, what I'm saying is, when they start reaching out to y'all about these kids, so look, they're going to create documentation, right, for the child that says that there's reasoning for a physician to do things. I'm not going to say anything specific. I'm just saying I need y'all to, no, not right now, not right now. I just need y'all to stay abreast and stay woke, you know what I'm saying? And don't just, you know, like for instance, they told me that they gave my daughter Tylenol. They gave my 9-year-old Tylenol. You see what I'm saying? Now listen, let's take a walk down Tylenol Lane for a minute. So look, this is what they gave my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Look at it, look at it. Peep this. Tylenol, just so that y'all who don't know, it's actually called acetaminophen, right? This is when you're in biochemistry, what it's called. Now look at this. Legal action being taken against manufacturers and distributors of the drug behalf on pregnant women who use acetaminophen. Listen, I'm going to just tell you what it say. You can look it up yourself if you want to know, but I'm going to tell you what it say. Hey. Go in the living room for me, y'all. Go in the living room. I'm going to tell you what it say. What it says is that there was just a class action lawsuit against Tylenol, against the creators of Tylenol, because it was giving children ADHD and autism. Now, they were saying that the lawsuit was restricted to pregnant women. Now, because this will be everybody's argument for why they still okay with giving this shit to their child. Like, oh, it was only with pregnant women. Okay, so let's take a second and put our thinking caps on. See, we gotta stop letting them you gotta stop letting people just tell you shit. You know, you gotta stop calling your cousin, calling the doctor and asking them, and you gotta look for yourself. So, and you gotta think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta think. How did they find out? Bear with me, my little Gerald and Jade. Gerald and Jade. Goddess. Gerald, did you take that from her? Come here. Come here. Stop. Take it. Stop. Go apologize to her. Good job. Alright. Now, my apologies, y'all. So look, right? I say. I feel, look, that threw me off a little bit, y'all. Hey, do me a favor. Don't take it from her again. Here. Come on, out. Alright, now. With your, hey. Okay. So, what I'm saying is, right, what was I saying, y'all? My apologies, shit. I done got lost in the sauce, because my little ones, what they do is, right, when I jump on this live, they know that I'm distracted. And they'll try to, you know what I'm saying, they'll try to take advantage of the fact that I'm busy. That's what they're doing right now, and they'll be extra stressful on my goddess. This is why children need a mother and a father. And anybody who say anything different, you lost. You lost in a fucking sauce. All these women out here talking about, shit, my kid don't need their father. Shorty, you lost in a sauce. I can tell you, as you know what I'm saying, I cut the umbilical cord and raised all of my children from birth. And every single one of them, they act completely different without me around. And I can tell you the difference in the way children even think psychologically when there's no father around. They do all kind of slick ass shit when I'm not around. Try her and all of that. That's why all of these women out here. Oh, I'm gonna get back to it. All right, God, I appreciate you for reminding me. We was talking about acetaminophen, but real quick, all of these women out here that's talking about shit, my kids don't need a father for shit and all of that. Peep this. You gotta understand that the damage that's being done to the children, they don't really know how to know what it is. You know what I'm saying? because the child normally expresses it sitting in their room by themselves crying, or to the kids at school that's their friends. You know what I'm saying? I know because I was one of them. I don't know my father. I don't know that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I said, we have to understand that it's our job as parents to make sure to teach them this information. So this stuff that I'm showing y'all, this is shit you should be doing. You should be showing your children, bro. You should be showing this shit to your children. Especially if you sick. If you sick, meaning like if you got diabetes or, you know, lymphatic disease, any kind of disease, they got a whole bunch of disease, because all these diseases is just named after the part of your body they attack. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But they got a whole bunch of them. If you have a disease, you shouldn't be talking about nothing else but that. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like if you somebody with a disease, like let's say you have cancer and you have colon cancer, right? If you have colon cancer, you shouldn't be waking up focusing on nothing but colon cancer, nigga. That is killing you. You should be waking up like this. Look. Let me read up on this colon cancer real quick. That should be the only fucking thing you talk about. You come home. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Oh, I'm good. Just reading up on this colon cancer. That's all. It shouldn't be nothing in your aura but colon cancer. You should be a colon cancer specialist, nigga. They on your back killing you. If it was a dude down the street or a dude up the block that was trying to kill you, you'll be on his ass. You'll be telling niggas about him. You'll be talking about him, niggas. You'll be like, nigga, whatever. That nigga up the block is colon cancer for you. Or asthma, or pneumonia, or leukemia, or whatever it is. That's the nigga up the street that wanna kill you. Why you ignoring him? Why you ignoring him? You see, you can find out information about him, get tabs on him so you can figure out, you know what I'm saying? You said gotta get them parasites out the body. Yeah, facts. You said people would be like, oh, it only affects pregnant women. Yeah, so let's go back to that real quick. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I appreciate you. Who reminded me of that? Hold on, who said that? Hold on, cause I wanna give you my appreciation and gratitude reflection. You were talking about so Leg Bay, one love to you for reminding me I was talking about acetaminophen, and then Nine Ether. Of course it's Nine Ether, that's my guy. He said you people I said you said people would be like, alright, so look. So this is where I was. Let's get back to it. So what I was saying was, when people read this, where it's saying that legal action had to be taken because during pregnancy it was causing autism and different kind of harmful, contains harmful titanium dioxide. How many people know what titanium dioxide is? I do, because I study biochemistry. But I'm saying, how many people know what titanium dioxide is? Right. So what I'm saying is, what you would do is just look up what that is. It's so easy. All you got to do is just look it up. And what I always tell people, this is like the lecture that I did on willful ignorance, right? Let me not get sidetracked. So the reason I was saying the part about them finding this in children in the pregnancy, right? I was saying the reason they found it in pregnancy is because it's less space for it to get lost in shit, right? You see, because the reason why people can't pinpoint what's happening to their bodies is because you just cramming and throwing a bunch of shit in there. And then when stuff start happening, your elbow hurt, your knee hurt, the back of your neck itch, your spine tingle, you get your butt having pains. When all that's happening, you done threw so much shit in you that you can't really figure shit out, right? Now with a baby, when a woman is pregnant, there's not but so much shit in there because the baby didn't need anything. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying, that it's a little bit easier for them to tie that in. But when it comes to like an 8 or 9 year old, like for instance, they gave my 9-year-old, now you see they said this was found to cause ADHD in those who took Tylenol while they was pregnant. Now if my daughter gets ADHD or some sort of new disease that they created, because they created ADHD, that is not normal. That's something they came out with, I think it was in the early 2000s, right? Or late 2000s. But if they create something else now, and then my daughter has that, how are we going to link that to them giving her Tylenol today? How are we going to link that? You know how many different things she's going to eat, she's going to do, she's going to see, she's going to be around? Nobody's going to be able to link that. So the chances of you being able to link Tylenol causing damage to somebody, and not just Tylenol, every one of them, every medicine you can think of. I ain't talking about just Tylenol. I'm just on their ass because they gave that to my daughter today. But anything outside of, but all of these things. Gerald. Apologize. Okay, good job. All right, G, and stop crying. So, but my apologies, y'all. Look, so you just want to get in the habit of looking at like so. Look. So look. Let me just. You want a banana? Yeah. Look at her. I want a banana. Whatever. So, just to give y'all also like, and I'm gonna do the lecture. By the way, for everybody in here, try catch me in a little bit. I'm gonna do a lecture. That lecture that I did it on Facebook, but I ain't do it on here. Just talking about the grid, because 3 days ago there was an attack on the grid. I just wanted to kind of talk about that and share some information that will help people understand how to not have them lie to you. You understand? Because the same way that I just broke down how you can like build up your confidence to be able to look these doctors or whoever in their face and be like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, let me go find out myself. And I said, don't call your cousin to figure out what to do with the niggas on the block, just figure the block out and move with them niggas yourself. That's the same way that I would apply that to I gotta stop going on tangents so long, bro, because I'll lose track of what my initial statement wanted to be. But I was gonna say that's the same way we could do with the news, with like propaganda and things like that. Like the way that you can go from letting the forecaster sit there and talk to you, blah blah blah, and you just like, oh okay. You go to like, nah, yo, I'm not gonna call him. I'm gonna just figure shit out myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is the level that we gotta get to. And once you get to that level, man, it's so powerful, man. It's so powerful because I can watch anything and decode that shit. Like my third eye be like, what nigga, what is they talking about? Like the story that I'm gonna do this live on, I'm gonna do it right when I get off here. I mean, I'll do it right after that if y'all, you know what I mean, with it, but if not, it'll be in a little bit. But the story that I'm gonna do, I saw that story come across my page. I looked into it for about 10 minutes and I was like, nah, this some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a lot of information that's being left out. And then there's people who are being put in positions to say and do things in front of you on the news that you don't know the history of. So the same way they gave my daughter Tylenol, but you don't know Tylenol got a class action lawsuit because it's giving niggas ADHD and all of this kind of stuff. When you looking at the newscaster on CNN talking to you, you don't know that newscaster got paid $400,000 before he came on air to say the stuff he's saying to you. Or that he worked for a company that's contracted with CNN that owed them a favor, so he can't. You get what I'm saying? This is all of the kind of shit that's taking place in the background. So you really don't have a way, son. Can I have a banana, please? No, please. I say, can I have a banana, please? You say banana, please. Okay. All right. We in abbreviation mode today. All right. That's cool. You may have a banana, alright? Cool. But like I was saying, y'all, teach this stuff to your children. You know what I'm saying? Teach them, like, if you want to learn something, like, let's say right now we don't know what Tylenol is and we want to know what it is, what it's made out of, how does it work, right? The best source that you can use, alright? And I'm open to debate anybody who want to challenge this on any level. The best source you can, I'm not going to say the best source, but a very good source to use is Wikipedia. Very good source to use. You just got to know how to use it. But very good source to use, okay? And they actually have an app, right? Y'all gonna see some of the stuff that I've been looking up, right? I'm gonna go over to, hold on, y'all. Look, y'all saying all my shit. Wait a minute, hold on, hold on, y'all. Hold up now. Hold up, let me show y'all real quick, right? Cause I got the, I got the Wikipedia app on here purposely, right? Let me show y'all something. Teach your children this. Teach them to do this. Now, see, y'all see what was on there, right? Yeah, get on their ass, right? So when somebody tell you, oh, this is a virus species, right? Now you should look up what a virus is so that you can know what that is, right? Because you think you know, but you don't necessarily know. You said it's been a minute. Yeah. What's up, Note? What's up, Note? Alright, MMJ. What's up, Chief Honcho? And what's up, Slice the Life? Y'all know. But basically, you would read through all of this, right? There's specific sections you want to focus on. The signs and symptoms you don't really need to focus on too much, but it's more so. See, look at this. Most children will experience at least one RSV infection by age 2. So they telling you what the symptoms are. So like for instance, this is how you would research it. So if they telling you that the symptom is runny nose, right? You look into runny nose. Click on that. Gerald, get down. Get down, first of all, okay? You trying to tell on her and you shouldn't even be doing that. Gerald, hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Give me 2 seconds. Gerald. You stop grabbing him, you hear me? Apologize. Alright, good job. Alright? Alright, yeah. My son was like, Jay grabbing me. He wasn't having it. He like, nah, she gotta pay for that because I always make him apologize. That's another tip for my parents on here. Let me give y'all a quick parental tip, okay? Because when it comes to parenting, y'all already know. What I say in my rap, I said, I'm King Jay Gittins. Who you know a better father than me, right? Nah, but look, when it comes, what's up? Gerald, get down, please. Don't make me keep telling you again, you hear me? So when it comes to your children, you wanna make sure that you always make them accept accountability for their actions. Don't ever teach your child to think that them doing something wrong was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say teach them, I don't mean, because some people will be like, oh, I never sat down with my child and told him it was okay, so I don't do that. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. See, we don't communicate with this. Children see everything. Everything. They pick up everything you do. So when I say don't teach your child that things that are wrong are okay, I mean in your actions, in your words, in how you carry yourself, in how you respond to things they bring to you, just everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to teach them that the right from wrong. So anytime my children do something wrong, you know what I make them say? I will accept accountability for my actions, right? So if you can ask my two eldest daughters, my Journey and Justice, my 9 and 13-year-old, if you ask them, what are you supposed to do when you do something wrong? They're going to say to you almost robotically, accept accountability for your actions. Because when my daughters was 4, 5, 6, I used to make them say this and repeat this. You see, because this is the reason why people grow, because nobody want to accept any accountability for their actions, right? Even down to like people who are religious, believing in that silly ass religion shit that we all know is wrong. They don't want to accept accountability that they could have possibly made a wrong decision, so they just run from it. They just like, nah, fuck that, I don't want nothing to do. They don't even want to hear it. They like, nah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the women who have a man cheating on them and you try to tell them like, yo, I saw your boyfriend down there. Oh, no you didn't, he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to know. This is what the that's Gerald and Jay, because I'm doing a live video, so I can't really, you know what I'm saying, be on them like that. But yeah, they knocked over the table, guys. What was I going to say? What I say, y'all? My apologies if anybody want to remind me, because I forgot. Because the little ones in there, you know, like I told y'all, anytime that I start going live, the children, it's like they sense it and they know that I'm, you know what I'm saying? So, oh, what's up, Chanel? Falana G. That's the goddess right there. I fucks with her. So look, y'all. You know, the purpose of this, I typed in proper planning prevents poor performance. If anybody remember where I was before I got distracted, let me know so I can pick back up, but I'm gonna just keep going. Proper planning prevents poor performance, right? The reason that I said that was because we as a whole are performing poorly as a people. And this is due to proper planning, right? And they taught this in those educational facilities they have called schools and stuff where they train the mind and indoctrinate. They taught you proper planning prevents poor performance, right? So we're performing poorly because we're not properly planning, right? So what is our performance? What is poor performance, right, for us? Gerald and Jade, come here. Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to keep it down, or you're gonna have to go upstairs. You got me? Because I'm on live, I'm talking. Listen, hey, Jade, don't just say okay and walk away. I'm on live talking, and I would like y'all to keep it down, please. Okay? Yes. Okay? If I tell you again, you're going to go upstairs. Okay? Alright? I'm sure I'm going to tell y'all again in 30 seconds. That's how that works. So, damn, see, they done it again. So, the poor performance that our community is exhibiting is bad health, confusion about existence and who they are. Basically, let's say lack of knowledge of self. We can leave it at that. Because honestly, if we knew who we was, then we would eat right because we would know who we are and what we eat. And we would carry ourselves better because we would know who we are. But when you're lost and somebody else has to give you a cult to follow, or should we say culture, right? So when somebody gave you a culture to follow, so now you have a culture, right, which we call what? African American culture, right? So they created this cult for you to follow called African American. You are now doing things that are outside of what you should be doing, right? So in order to properly plan to avoid that poor performance, we would have to put ourselves in a situation where we know who we are, or where we are around things that would show us who we are. So how do we do that? We have to get around information, right? So this little acetaminophen, right? Acetaminophen, for those who don't know, that is the actual scientific name for Tylenol, which, Chanel, if you didn't know, I'm going to repeat this, all right? I'm going to repeat this just because you're in here, all right? Because I want you to know. If you did not know, now you know. No, God, let me see if you're still in here, because you be coming in and out. Hold on. All right, yeah, you still in here. All right, so repeat this, right? Boom, and I'll talk to you personally, Chanel, to let you know what happened that led to this. But, look, for those who don't know, Tylenol has a class action lawsuit. And this is because I just showed that so you can see. And this is why they say Tylenol or acetaminophen. Because if you go try to look up Tylenol to study it, you ain't going to get nothing but a bunch of business information, because Tylenol is the actual name that the company of the United States, which that's what that is, by the way. By the way, for those who don't know, the United States is not a country. It is a company. It is USA Inc. That's what it's listed as, okay? So United States is a company, for those who don't know. But anyway, this is the way it acts under the company of the US. It's Tylenol. Acetaminophen is how it acts under the scientific realm, right? So this is where you would look this up that way, right? And in order to look that up, we can go to many sources, but I would start with Wikipedia, just because the level of insight that you're going to get. And what you would look at is things like what the signs and symptoms are. In my case, I would go to children, because we have children, right? And you would go to, so look, they said runny nose. So what is a runny nose? Y'all remember that mucosa? Y'all remember that mucosa I told you about when I said that is the only thing that sickness is? Mucosa, and I'll touch on that for a second if y'all want to too, so that you can see. This is the only thing that causes sickness. It's called the mucosa gland, and I'll show you it. But anyway, before that, let's say they said runny nose, right? So what we would do is, you never assume you know shit. Don't ever assume you know shit. Because if I say, yo, do you know what? Look at that. You see what I mean? Hold up. Let's take a second. You see what I mean? When I ask a person, if I walked up to somebody and asked them, do you know what a runny nose is? You know what they're going to tell me? Yeah, of course I know what a runny nose is. I know what a runny nose is, right? I bet you they don't know what this is. Rhinorrhea, because that's what a runny nose is. Rhinorrhea, or informally runny nose. Now look, let's just take a quick second and let that sit in. You see how you think you know something and you don't know shit? So you think you know what a runny nose is, but you don't really know what a runny nose is, because a runny nose is rhinorrhea. And honestly, you don't know what rhinorrhea is neither. However, let's find out what it is. To be honest with you, let's learn together, because I don't know what rhinorrhea is. To be honest with you, I've never come into contact with it. So let me show y'all how I become an expert at this shit. This is exactly what you do. You get on their ass like this. In the saying of my brother. Alright, so let's go to rhinorrhea, right? What is rhinorrhea? Alright? Rhinorrhea, or informally runny nose, is the free discharge of a thin mucus fluid from the nose. It is a common condition. It is a common symptom of allergies, and allergies is hay fever. Who knew that? Let's go to hay fever real quick. Allergic rhinitis, of which the seasonal type is called hay fever, right? It's a type of inflammation. We ain't gonna go into that because we focused on runny nose for now, alright? But it can be a side effect of crying, right? Side effect of crying, exposure to cold temperatures, cocaine abuse, or drug withdrawal, right? Such as methadone and opioids, right? Now, let's go. Let me close this. I don't want y'all, that look nasty, y'all. Hold on. Now, so if we was looking at this, right, and we want to learn everything about rhinorrhea so that we could figure out, how it affects things, right? We want to see what causes it specifically. You know what I'm saying? So look, rhinorrhea can also occur when individuals with allergies to certain substances such as pollen, dust, latex, soy, shellfish, or animal dander are exposed to these allergens, right? In people with sensitized immune systems, the inhalation of one of these substances triggers the production of the antibody immunoglobulin, which binds to mast cells. Now you see they're telling you. Now they're telling you what happens. So this is getting into what I was telling you about the mucosa, right? So rhinorrhea is just literally their description of mucus's interaction with your body in the nose or in the nostril area that they describe. This is what this is. This is what you got to understand about this. Rhinorrhea is the description of mucus's activity in this realm of the body. That's it. That's all it is. And you're gonna have a rhea, a aya, a eus for every goddamn part of your body. A itis, a edis, a diabetes, a bodes, a lymphomatic. You're gonna have a bunch of shit because it's all just based on a part of your body that it's affecting. So now that you know that, what you need to figure out is what causes mucus and where does mucus come from. Now they kind of told you though, because they said immunoglobulin, right? Which are blood cells. These are like T cells. These only come up when certain things are reacting with the body. See why they said soy? Look. See what they said? Soy, shellfish, animal dander. Do you see why eating meat could give you a runny nose? Let me just ask that question. Do we see why eating meat could give you a runny nose? I mean, it seems pretty clear, right? First of all, they're saying animal dander, right? They're saying shellfish, soy, right? We all know soy is horrible for you. You never want to eat soy. But soy is in a lot of foods. Rice, a different kind of, you know what I'm saying? So look, so now you see how eating rice could give you a runny nose? You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. But when you go to the doctor, see, I tied that in and I ain't even mean to do it. When you go to the doctor and you tell him you got a runny nose, aka rhinorrhea, right? Because we know what it's called scientifically. When you go to the doctor and you tell him you got rhinorrhea, they're not going to ask you, have you eaten any soy though? They're not going to ask you that. They're not going to ask you, has any of the foods that you put in your body had soy in them? You know what I'm saying? But they are describing to you right here that antibody immunoglobulin or immunoglobulin E, right? Which is what? Let's take a quick look. It's a type of antibody that has been found only in mammals, right? Synthesized by plasma cells. Monomers of IgE consist of two heavy chains. Right, this is protein. You get what I'm saying? This is protein. Anytime you have, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. But anyway, this is a group of molecules that bind themselves to mast cells. What are mast cells? Mast cells are resident cells of connective tissue that contain many granules rich in histamine and heparin, right? What's histamine? Histamine is an organic nitrogenous compound involved in local immune response, right? So it's basically nitrogen that forces the immune system to work. Mast cells are cells that contain histamines, which are nitrogen cells that make your, you know what I'm saying? And your DNA has nitrogen. You know what I'm saying? Like these are in our body. So what I'm saying is when you look into what types of, you know, hold on, look, see, and look, they mentioning other things too. This is what I'm saying, y'all. You just gotta jump into it. Like, it's not like something you just, oh, I'm gonna go read this and it's gonna tell me. You gotta just learn and keep growing as you do. Look at what they're saying. Particulate matter in polluted air and chemicals such as chlorine and detergents, which can normally be tolerated, can make the condition considerably worse. Did you hear that? Peep this. What's up? One love to you, Reflection. I appreciate you for coming in. So they basically just told you that a runny nose can be made worse by chemicals such as chlorine, detergents, and others in the air. Now they spraying shit in the air all the time, ain't they? They spraying. Listen. See. This is what I'm saying when you don't use science, shit sound crazy. Because if I say, yo, they spray in the air so that they can make you have sick symptoms, so that you can think that you sick and they can jab you, you would say, yo, you crazy. But Meanwhile, rhinorrhea, which is runny nose, which is what? A symptom of sickness, is caused by what? Polluted air. But we crazy though. You get what I'm saying? But we crazy though. And this is what I'm saying. We have to be able to tap into this type of information on the fly whenever like somebody trying to just hit you with stuff. You know what I'm saying? And look, that was just me jumping into rhinorrhea real quick. This wasn't even about rhinorrhea. This was actually about RSV. But this is the level of depth that you have to go. Cause remember, we only went on that whole tangent that we went on because we started here. We started with the respiratory syncytial virus, right? And then what you should also do when you looking this stuff up, look up the etymology of these words, right? Respire, what this means and where that comes from and why they named it that, right? And the reason I say that is because, like these words, look them up because a lot of them come from ancient Greece or Latin. Because when they was creating a lot of these viruses and doing all of the splicing with germs and genes, that was the language that was being used. That's why you see they date back to that. So like something, for instance, like influenza, right? Let's talk about the flu, right? So the flu is abbreviated as the flu, but it actually is set out medically as influenza, right? Now, influenza, if you look up the etymology of influenza, means to influence or to have control over, right? So this is what I'm saying. You gotta put yourself in the mindset. If you was in the mindset of somebody who's creating something that you want to affect somebody else's body that you're making, wouldn't you use a word like influence to describe this thing? Cause you gotta understand, the way we use words today are not the way words were used previously. You know what I'm saying? The way we use words today are to exist in this fake matrix that none of which existed in the past, in the ancient world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause this is ancient time we talking about. There was no stores and, grocery store down the street, the pool hall, the firehouse, the school, the government buildings, the medical center. Like, there was none of that. We just existed. You know what I'm saying? So when they're doing this, so if you concocting something you putting together and you call it influence, you know what I'm saying? That don't sound like something that's just some sickness that somebody catch. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you would name something influence that's just something that somebody catch, right? It seems like you would name it that because you are influencing the body cells of something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you have flu and you look into influenza and what it does, it literally gets, cause it's a virus. And you really got to look into viruses because influenza is just a variation of a virus. Look into what viruses are and what proviruses are. You see, because the difference between viruses and proviruses essentially is that proviruses kind of like have bio life to them. Like proviruses are like AIDS, HIV. You know what I'm saying? They get into your blood cells. They get cool with niggas. They start, yeah, yo, how you doing? Yo, let's move like this. All right, cool. Come with me. And then they go to the next blood cell with him. Like they did when they got to our planet. Like James Cook did when he went over there in New Zealand and killed all of those people he went over there to Hawaii and killed all of those people and then took Tapu with him, which is one of our ancient ancestors who he used to communicate with all of the other people on the other islands, which is where your story Moana come from Montanu. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just breaking down how all of this shit is one little pattern, how they go about it. So the blood cell gets infected by the virus. The virus get friends with the blood cell, tell it, yo, what's up, blah, 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 and then go to the next blood cell. And then get invited into the blood cell by the other dude. Because the other dude is like, yo, he cool. Let him in. So then he get let in. This is exactly what happened to our people when they got here. Christopher Columbus explained it himself very well in his own memoirs. He explained that he basically went to the island, made friends with the people, and then got them to come on the boat with him and go to the next island so that the people there wouldn't question him and they would think that he was cool. Then got friends with him and cool, and then snaked niggas behind their back and killed everybody. You know what I'm saying? Got them sick, created diseases, germs, hence Germany. You feel me? But in the Germanic raids and the Spanish conquistadors, you know what I'm saying? All of that type of information. But this all ties in, you know what I'm saying? You want to look in, I would recommend that people study, and it's called virology, you know, and I'm telling you that just so you know, like, what to look at under. This is virology. This is the study of viruses. That's what virology is. You know, they always got some kind of, see how they do? Paramyxoviridae. You know what I'm saying? they come up with these big ass words. Now look up what the etymology of this word is so you can see what that shit really mean, right? But they come up with all of these words so it intimidates you. So you like, yo, pneumovirus. Nah, nigga, I don't know what that is. You know what this is? This is pneumonia. What this is it's a breed or species that was created from the pneumonia virus, which is why it has pneumomviridae, right? Which is a variation of Latin language. But we're not gonna get onto that. You gotta see, that's what I'm saying, this shit deep. You gotta know where viruses came from, like what, that they're actually created. And look, RNA virus. Remember when I was telling y'all that proviruses, look, remember I was telling you that they got viruses that go, they call proviruses, they get into your blood cells, become friends, and then move to the next one? That's what you would call an RNA virus. See, an RNA virus is a little bit deeper though, because an RNA virus, for those who don't know what RNA is, it's ribonucleic acid. It's just basically a bunch of blood cells that sends information to your chromosomes. It's basically like for what's going to happen after you. You know what I'm saying? DNA is for you here. And those who know that we have DEA, bear with me, okay? But DNA is for your physical existence here, your body, your anatomy. RNA is for the anatomy that will come from you, or things that will come from you. So think of RNA as future tense, or my apologies. Well, you could say future tense or past tense. Either way, just know this. When they say an RNA virus, that means it's going to get into your ribonucleic acid, and it's going to convince your cells to not be what they want to be no more. So when your RNA, that's how your children determine what they're going to be. Like, for instance, for those who don't know, I'm short, okay? I'm short, all right? My children are all short. You know what I'm saying? My children are all short. My 13-year-old is like 4'9", you know what I'm saying? And most 13-year-olds are 6'5" and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm only 5'2", so I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm short. I don't have no height on me. The reason why, and I don't care, don't think at all that, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why that passed down to my kids is because of RNA. Right? Because RNA has something called messenger RNA that does, and it has something called coding RNA. Coding RNA creates genomic codes, right? And genomic codes are what creates basically the gene expression that's going to be going through sperm, because there's a process called spermatogenesis. This is the process that will describe to you how 1,500 sperm cells every second, or about, I think it's 6 million a day, are created inside the body, right? Spermogenesis or whatever. When you look that up, you'll see the way that communicates with your blood. And then you'll see why when somebody say something like, damn nigga, you a chump just like your father was. Why that's kind of true. Or damn, his father had an attitude, he was tough as shit, that nigga crazy. And his son like that too. Because certain things that you have, like how angry you get, these are all triggers of secretions by the brain. So we all know certain ones like dopamine, serotonin, these are secretions that are emitted by the brain in order to influence the body. It's a lot of times for protection, like fight or flight mode, adrenaline. Adrenaline is another one. These are things that your body can secrete to influence the body, right? Remember we was talking about influenza, you know what I'm saying? So when these things are secreted, your RNA remembers that secretion, right? So if I right now just, oh man, fucking mad and shit, and I bang shit and I get mad, my blood cells, my RNA is constantly evolving. Like your RNA throughout, when y'all study RNA, you'll see this. Throughout the day, RNA is constantly evolving. Like it's constantly remembering what was done and then telling the new blood cell to do that. So it's like, oh, that's how we move? Okay, cool. Oh, that's what we doing now? Okay, cool. That's how your RNA is all day. So when you get mad about your RNA is like, oh shit, this what we do? Okay, we get mad. Okay. Oh, we beat the shit out of niggas this way. Okay, cool. Oh, well, we don't listen. We just fight. Okay, cool. And then when you go to ejaculate and spermogenesis is happening, the RNA sends those blood cells to your sperm. And then your sperm get it in that little thing in the back of it, which is called I don't remember what it's called, but this is fuck their names, but it's a little tail, the little tail that the sperm cell got, right? That is, I believe, what codes everything in the sperm cell. And all of that comes from your blood cells, your RNA, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, the whole purpose of this video, again, which was titled Proper Planning Prevents Poor Performance, you know what I'm saying, was to basically make sure that we all understand that if you plan properly, you will prevent poor performance in majority of cases. And that applies to us right now. And we need to make sure that we're applying it, okay? All of the stuff that y'all hear me going over, you know, whether it's this specific topic or a different one, make sure that you're going over information like that with your children. Make sure that you just don't let shit just go by you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna emphasize this a little bit more in the lecture that I'm gonna do in a minute, on this grid and what took place in North Carolina. North Carolina's grid is down. Well, they a part of that, one of their towns, their grid is down, which is called Moore. It was Moore County, which I think is pretty interesting. But yeah, Moore County, the power went out because somebody attacked the grid. And I just want to talk to y'all about that happening and what things happened after that happened in past instances and just how you go about seeing through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because when we all the time say, what's up, light skin beauty? We all the time get on here and we say, nah, my third eye open. I see with my third eye. It's easy to say that, but what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you actually, put that into a practical statement where somebody can come behind you and have their third eye open? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you can sit there and be like, I see shit with my third eye open. Look, bop, 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 bop. I saw it with my third eye open. Now, how do I come right behind you and see with my third eye open? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean when I say a practical, formulaic, you know, structured process of how to see through bullshit. And if you follow that, it'll just work. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way with everything. That's why there's no like sickness or virus or anything that they could bring to me that I don't like already know about or know how to handle or know how to find it out. Like anything, you know, I had never studied diabetes before, but it's somebody I know that's kind of close to me that has diabetes, and I'm actually a little bit concerned for him, to be honest, but we'll leave it alone. But anyway, they have diabetes. So when I moved here, you know, I took it upon myself to become a knowledgeable being on diabetes, and now I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand diabetes, how it works. I understand the process of dialysis, which does nothing but pretty much kill you and opens you up to the opportunity of something called sudden death syndrome, where your body will just shut off and kill you while you're doing dialysis. And this actually happens. You know what I'm saying? It's because the process of dialysis is introducing an artificial kidney to the body. So the body will fight it off, thinking that it's something that's foreign. You know what I'm saying? Because it's artificial. It doesn't belong there. It's the same way when you get plastic surgery and these women be getting all of this stuff shot in their butts and all of that, and then it start getting infected and all that. That's because your body is fighting it, because it's artificial. It doesn't really belong there. It's not natural. It's the same shit that's happening on this planet with the unnatural things that are here. But, you know, neither here nor there. I'm just talking about the fact that, like, you know, you just want to make sure that you get yourself in a habit of researching. Just research, and then research the research. Like, even when we was just looking at all of this stuff, you know, when we was looking at, let me just go back to it, because I see a couple people been in here for a minute. One love to y'all. A lot of people just come in, jump in and out. They don't really, you know what I'm saying? If you busy, but a lot of people just, like, don't really care for the information. They like, this nigga talking about our body and being smart and healthy. I don't want that. I want to watch fucking Love and Hip Hop or some shit. But for those of y'all who done stayed in here, I really appreciate it. I just want to show you something real quick. So anytime that you are looking something up on Wikipedia, right, you want to make sure that you go to these sections. I'm going to address your comment in 1 second, family. Give me a second. Let me just see something. Alright, so you want to go here to references, right? And this will show you references, right? Look, see taxonomy of viruses, right? Taxonomy is just like a grouping, like a phylum. And that's a grouping of like an organization of something. So when they say taxonomy of viruses, they talking about like different types of viruses, what level they on, pro viruses, non-coding viruses, all that kind of stuff, right? Cause they deep. But these are all of the books, websites, and different sources. You'll see they even got book numbers you can reference for the information here. Because a lot of people will be like, yo, that's a lie because it's on Wikipedia and Wikipedia not the truth. My first question is, who told you that? And every time they say that, well, my teacher said, right, your teacher said, well, who told your teacher that? The motherfucking government that created the curriculum. So of course they're not going to tell you to go to Wikipedia. Because if you go to Wikipedia, you're going to learn. And that's not what they want you to do. You said, so with diabetes, I heard you're supposed to be on a strict fruit diet. I'm assuming that's supposed to say nothing else. I mean, like, the thing about it is, there's no, like, one answer. What it is that, see, diabetes is a blood disease. You know, diabetes is a blood disease, as majority of diseases are, but it's a blood disease that messes with the flow of blood, right? And your blood has many things in it, including antibodies, T cells, mucus. All of these things serve a purpose of healing you, right? So when your blood flow is off, which is all diabetes is blood flow being off, these T cells can't make it to certain parts of your body in time, right? So you got veins and stuff all through your body that's shooting through, sending the blood through your body. Like that's what pain is. Like if I go like this, that hurt. So my brain is now sending blood. It's going to rush there. You can do that to yourself to show yourself. See, we don't know shit about our bodies. We don't know how these vehicles work. But look, take this, you know what I'm saying? Take, you know, something, just punch yourself. Hit yourself and see what happens. Hit yourself. Watch it. Feel your body. Feel it out. Just close your eyes. Feel your body out what's happening. You'll feel your body tense. You'll feel the muscles on the part that you hit tensing up and expanding so that they can take blood in them. And the blood that comes in them is coming in to heal any damaged cells that was in there when I did that punch. So this punch is literally, when I punch, it's healing immediately. The blood is in there, it's healing. But if I got low blood pressure, not enough blood cells going to make it there. So what's going to happen? You're going to have healing issues, right? So people who have diabetes sometimes have trouble with what? Healing, right? Ain't that one of the symptoms? They can't heal their scars as fast, right? The blood is not getting there fast enough because the pressure's off. That's all that is. And if they got high blood pressure and the blood is getting there too fast, then what you can have is swelling. Because what happened is you got a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm the arm. I got punched, right? I'm like, yo, brain, yo, we need 10 blood cells down here. They just rocked us. Look, here go the brain, here go the blood. Shit, nigga, we in here. Shit, 1, 2, nigga, we in here. Whoa, slow down, whoa, slow. And then the whole room full. And then next thing you know, your arm the size of a goddamn watermelon and you got swelling. And they gonna have another name for that. It's gonna be a different name. So now, on top of your diabetes, they gonna tell you have something-osis or something-itis or whatever name they got that they gave to what that had. Because you gotta see, this shit is all a big snowball effect. You know what I'm saying? They get you sick, and then every symptom of the sickness, they then name something else, and then they give you something for that causes something else, and then they treat that, which gives you some, you know, it's a big ass snowball. So what it really boils down to is you have to figure out where you fit in. Like, are you healthy and want to stay healthy? Are you unhealthy, want to get healthy and stay healthy? Or do you just not care? You know what I'm saying? So if you're unhealthy and want to get healthy, what you need to do, essentially, is address whatever the specific condition that you have is, right? Address whatever that specific condition is. And when you address it the way we just looked up rhinorrhea. So whatever your condition is, you address it and you become a master on that shit. You become a master on that shit. Fuck everything else. Don't nobody care about the game. Don't nobody care about, you know, who fucking who, what's on fucking Wildin' Out, Nick Cannon. Nobody care about none of that shit. All we care about is diabetes or cancer or, you know, leukemia or, you know, whatever disease it is, you know what I'm saying, that you're treating. Because all this is sicknesses that were put in your body. And see, this is also why we have to understand the way these vehicles work, okay? These are vehicles. You can't just be out here, you know what I'm saying? Why is it that you gotta get a license to drive a vehicle, but we could just get these and just be out here? You know what I'm saying? Just ignorant, just out here with the vehicle. Don't they tell you vehicles are weapons? Ain't vehicles weapons? Is this not a weapon? You know what I'm saying? So why you don't need a license for it? You know what I'm saying? You should need a license for this. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You should really need a license to be driving around in this right here. Because if you don't know how to take care of this, you don't know what this does, how this works, this body, this vessel, this vehicle, you lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Lost in the sauce. So we just gotta get on our shit and studying and understanding the way our bodies work. And it's tough to just know where to jump into it. Cause it's like, bro, where do I start? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't, it's not like you just Google, tell me everything about the body and then be like, all right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of address it from wherever you are with things. Like whatever your perspective is with things, address it that way. So if you like have been having problems with your skin your whole life. So there's some people who may have Alrighty, one love to you, family. Much appreciation for you as well. If you one of those people who say like you've always been having trouble with your skin, right? Because when I was younger, I had trouble with eczema. Like my arm, it would get real black and itchy, and I would have to put this when I was younger. When I was probably like maybe 5 or 6, I remember I had to like put this thick cream on every night. I never wanted to do it because it made me feel weird, but I had to put this like thick cream all over my body and coat myself because I had eczema or whatever, right? Now, fast forward, I looked into eczema, I would have slapped the shit out of them. But my mother ain't know no better. She was just doing what she was told, you know what I'm saying? But I don't have eczema, by the way, because that was created, by the way. Eczema was created, and it is, it's a skin infection. You know what I'm saying? It's something that breaks down your dermis. But you can change it with hydration. Let's not get in that. We're not talking about fucking anyway, what I'm just saying is anytime that you have any kind of condition, start with that condition. So look into that condition. Look into who made that condition. Like when I told y'all I came here and I decided I was going to study diabetes because somebody who was close to me had it, and I was like, I want to impart this knowledge on you because I'm a fucking scientist. That's how I move. Like anything that I want to know, I'm going to be a fucking master on it in a couple days or hours time, depending on how much I want to put into it. So I was like, let me do that, right? When I did that for her, see, this is why I gotta stop going on a tangent because I forgot what I was saying. I just mentioned that I wanted to I told her that I was gonna get into diabetes. Oh yeah, I was saying I also went as far as to figure out where diabetes came from. Where did diabetes treatment come from? Because this is what you want to look up. Look, now we getting somewhere, right? Because you want to think about it from a in its totality, right? Because if there's a disease that was created, the disease was created for a reason and created by a certain group. So you want to try to like trace it back to that, right? So like, how do we say? So like when you're looking at, so say you was looking up diabetes, you would type in things like, who was the first to find diabetes, right? And then when you find out who that person was, who they probably named it after or something like that, once you find that out, then you research about that person. Figure out where they went to school, what that school was up to that they went to, what other influences are around them. If it's a person who found this disease that they created, they're going to have a lot of information on them because this is an important person. Like they, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who finds diseases and stuff like that, they name stuff after them, or, like Fahrenheit, right? Fahrenheit, which is what you measure temperature in, right? They named that after Fahrenheit, Mr. Fahrenheit. He's who found that. He's a German. The Nazis found a lot of things when they was doing all that work over there, but, they tend to, same thing with, like volts, like a volt. I think that's named after Voltaire, somebody named Voltaire or something like that. That's, in Italy, one of those Italian scientists. So what I'm saying is they name this stuff after themselves. So start with that. Research it, figure out what things, and then look up what things cause it, right? So if you look up what causes, or look up what are the things that you eat and what those things cause, right? Because for instance, right, and be very careful, do the same thing with these prescriptions, bro. The person that I told y'all that I know, has diabetes, she asked me to go to the doctor for her and go get her prescriptions. They gave me like 10, 15 prescriptions. I took it upon myself as the scientist that I am to look into each one of those prescriptions, where they come from, how they was, how they came about, how they affect the body and everything. And do you know that at least 6 or 7 of those prescriptions all cause diabetes? All cause diabetes. Now the other ones that don't cause diabetes, they cause other issues that would be tied into diabetes, right? So she had one that said it might cause heart murmurs. What's up, Just Giving Game? What's up, Tradowski? What's up, Pro Hitter? What's up, Holy 3? I don't know if that's my cousin, but one love to everybody who came in. What's up, Anya Mayat? You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, she had diabetes. For those who didn't, yeah, Supremeness and Wholeness, Anya Mayat, I appreciate you for coming in. She told me she had diabetes. She asked me to go pick up her prescriptions. I picked them up. They had like 10 of them. And being the scientist that I am, I studied each prescription, and each one of them either caused diabetes or caused something that would be in relation to diabetes. So for instance, one of them said that, when I looked it up, said that it can cause a heart murmur, right? Now a heart murmur involves certain intravenous cells within the heart, right? Meaning these are cells, because your heart has many components inside it that pump inside itself once the blood cells go in. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta research the heart. You gotta research the anatomy, all this shit. This shit deep. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's deep. You gotta sit down and just know, you know what I'm saying? Look, I learn every day, and I sit down like, all right, let me learn something, and I already know I might be learning something and then drift off on a tangent of 2 hours learning about something else that I just learned from that. Cause look, we started this off talking about RSV, respiratory syncytial virus. You know what I'm saying? And then we start talking about everything else. You know what I'm saying? Cause it all ties in together. But once you study the heart and you see that, then you'll see that a heart murmur, which is there's something in you. So this is where a pacemaker come from. If y'all ever heard of a pacemaker, right? The pacemaker is the thing that they connect to your body that's supposed to monitor your blood flow, right? And your heart flow, right? Pacemakers come from a specific part of your body that they are emulating, because a pacemaker is artificial, just like dialysis is, which is why dialysis can cause something called sudden death syndrome and immediately kill you. Same thing with a pacemaker, right? But with the pacemaker is imitating the part of your heart, and it eludes me what the exact name of it is right now, so I'm not gonna go into it. I could pull it up for y'all if y'all like wanted me to, but I don't think nobody want to. If you do comment it, I'm gonna pull it up. But there's a part of your heart that controls the pacing of your beating. A pacemaker is emulating that and connecting to your body to replace that natural heartbeat with an unnatural one. So people on pacemakers can have a lot of different responses back from their body when they do that. You know what I'm saying? So, so we want to apply. What's up? I see we got 10 people in here, by the way. One love to everybody who in here. I hope that y'all really, like taking heed of what I'm saying. Like, if you don't already, listen. First of all, you said pull it up. All right, I'll pull it up for you, family. So, and when he said pull it up for y'all that's in here, I was describing the heart and how the pacemaker, which is an artificial version of a part of the heart that determines the beat count. It can cause an issue where your body will fight against it and kill it. Alright? It does the same thing that it does when they make you sick. You know what I'm saying? When you get sick. Alright? So let's look up this part of the heart that I was telling y'all about. Hold up. It's been a while since I studied the heart, so bear with me. Let me find it again. Look at this heart, y'all. Look at this heart. It look nasty. Ew. I love you with all my heart. Nah, bro, keep that. Keep that thing, bro. So if that's what a heart look like, why the hell they got us? You know what I'm saying? Look. Let me show y'all something. Y'all see that? Where, Sway? Where's the resemblance, Sway? Do that look like a heart in any way to you? Does that look like that heart emoji down there in any way, shape, or fashion to anybody? Of course not. Cause it ain't got shit to do with your actual heart. But that's a whole nother that's a whole nother conversation. But the heart, hold up, y'all, bear with me. So for those who don't know, by the way, since we talking about the heart, I want y'all to know some things, right? You want to know about something called the aorta, right? And I think I'm getting to it. So the aorta, right, is, and we still going reflection. I didn't forget about you of letting you know what the pacemaker is replacing unnaturally in your body. We still going to cover that. And for everybody who here, we still going to cover that and much more, because we came here to learn and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody be going places to have fun and shit. Like, we came here to become intellect so we can look doctors in their eyes like bullshit. I call bullshit. Alright? So look, peep this. Can y'all, alright, I just found it. It's in the third paragraph, but let's read down. Can y'all follow me for a minute? Am I okay to read this? You know what I'm saying? I apologize if I lose anybody, but I want y'all to feel me, like, you feel me? Let's get into this heart, right? What is the heart, right? Cause we all think we know what a heart is. The heart is a muscular organ in most animals, right? This organ pumps blood through the blood vessels of the circulatory system. The pumped blood carries oxygen and nutrients to the body while carrying metabolic waste such as carbon dioxide to the lungs. Now, do y'all see why you're not supposed to have a mask on? Hold on. You see what I'm saying when you start learning? I apologize, y'all. I be extra, man, because I be like, yo, you know, this the type of stuff we should be talking about, yo, so we can know this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we can know this shit, man. We gotta know this shit. But listen, when there was an argument, and we're gonna get back to this, I just wanna speak about what I just talked about. There was an argument that was made before Congress, or before the state Congress, by a Caucasoid who came in there that was talking about it, and she was saying that we're not supposed to wear masks because you're gonna breathe in carbon dioxide. Most people just saw that and was like, oh, okay, she know what she talking about because she's white and she know what she talking about. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't know for yourself, right? This is why. Because the pumped blood carries oxygen and nutrients to the body while carrying metabolic waste, right? Metabolic waste. What is metabolic waste? Because I bet we think we know what that is too, because niggas think they know everything, which is why they don't know shit. What is metabolic waste? Metabolic waste is excrement, aka what? Shit, but let's look into it. Excrements are substances left over from metabolic processes, right? Which cannot be used by the organism. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tie this shit into you real quick. Let me show you why the fuck people sick real quick, alright? Peep this out, right? Now they just told you that your blood carries metabolic waste, and that metabolic waste is substances left over from metabolic processes. Now, metabolic processes, which they said cellular respiration is an example of one. That's fine. That's a natural one that takes place throughout your existence. Cellular respiration is the recreation of your cells. That's all it is. Because when you respire something like respiration, that's why the RSV virus is called the respiratory syncytial virus, because it's syncing your respiratory system with the virus. That's why it's respiratory syncytial virus. But your respiratory system is being repaired by itself. That's what cellular respiration is. Now, what are some other metabolic processes? Processing food. So like when you eat protein, right? You have what? You have something called enzymes, right? And catalysts. What do catalysts do? Catalysts assist you with metabolic processes, right? So when they're saying that metabolic waste are excrements and substances left over in the body, in the blood from metabolic processes, they're telling you that when you eat shit and you process it, the leftover shit that your body can't use because it's not natural goes into your blood. So I don't understand why we don't know how sicknesses occur. Are you listening? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you understand this is how you get sick. Listen, you got to understand the fact that, do you know that sickness don't even have nothing to do with the cold? You see how fucked up they got us? Now I know most people, yes it do, because when it's cold you get sick. Yeah, right, because they told you that shit. But see, we don't go by what people tell us, because we scientists, right? Sickness is not caused by cold. Temperature has nothing to do with sickness, because sickness has to do with your mucosa gland, right? See, you see, I can't even fucking finish what I wanted to do because we wanted to do the heart. Let's do this heart real quick so I can, let me see if my reflection's still in here, who asked me to pull up what it was. Cause I apologize. Look, he left out. He asked me to pull it up and I got so sidetracked that he left out. So, who was it? It's Juop. Right? So it's Juop. If you still in here, cause it say you not in here, but if you still in here, let me know, just comment. Cause I was about to get to something. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick though, cause I wanted to show him what I was talking about, the pacemaker. Cause y'all know what a pacemaker is, right? We all know what a pacemaker is cause we see it on TV, or we heard somebody say the name, or you overhear it in the medical field. But let's see what a pacemaker actually is. Oh, he here. Alright, cool. Let's read along, God. Alright, look. Carbon dioxide to the lungs. And you can look up what carbon dioxide is as well. It's just two oxygen atoms split, right? When you say die, that means you split. Oxide is referring to the removal of oxygen atoms, right? So look, it's just saying that you don't have to, we don't have to go into that right now, but you can look into that and see why this is harmful to you. Carbon dioxide is harmful to you. But keep it going. In humans, the heart is approximately the size of a closed fist. And is located between the lungs and the middle compartment of the chest, right? Now y'all should look all this up so you can know about the atria and the ventricles, because these things all tie into this. Look, this can be the reason why you get vaginal and penile, issues in your growing and stuff, because those ventricles, look, your heart is right here, right? But you have these things called left and right ventricles that connect down here like this and down here like this into this part of your pelvic. And if blood doesn't make it down there in time, guess what you're gonna have? Problems with your pancreas, problems with your kidney. You're gonna have all kind of problems. But guess who ain't gonna tell you that though? The doctor you wanna listen to instead of motherfucking me and shit. Instead of yourself and shit. But look, let's keep going. So look, in humans, other mammals and birds, the heart is divided into 4 chambers. Look, we about to get into what I said. 4 chambers. Upper left and right atria, right? What's the atria? Let's go into it real quick. The atrium is one of 2 upper chambers in the heart that receives blood from the circulatory system. This is one of the biggest ones though. Anyway, right ventricles. Commonly, my apologies if I got my hand in front of it, y'all. I'm just reading for y'all because I want to get to this part that I was talking about. Commonly, the right atrium and ventricle are referred together as the right heart and their left counterparts as the left heart. Now see, remember I told y'all there's different parts of the heart? How many people know that? You see what I'm saying? This is the shit we should be talking about instead of fucking who's fucking who on TV and shit. Now, each part of the heart has different organs in them and different purposes, right? But that's not what we going into now, because I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I could do a lecture on the heart and we could all figure this shit out together and we could all become fucking super knowledgeable on our body parts. You know what I'm saying? Not because some person lied to us about it, because alright, my apologies, y'all. I know I'm talking a lot. Let's go. Fish, in contrast, we don't need to know that. Look, let's jump down to it because I'm tired of wasting y'all energy. The heart pumps blood with a rhythm determined by a group of pacemaker cells. Now you see what a pacemaker is? Now what are pacemaker cells? And this is within something called the sinoatrial node, right? The sinoatrial node is an oval-shaped region of the special cardiac muscle in the upper back wall of the right atrium made up of cells known as pacemaker cells, right? So this is what pacemaker cells are enclosed in. And we could go into this and become masters on this too, but look, that's not what we're doing right this second. But pacemaker cells, so the contraction of cardiac muscles in all animals is initiated by electrical impulses known as action potentials that in the heart are known as cardiac action potentials. All right, now look. So let me show you how what you eat give you a heart attack and kill you. You see? Because all we got to do is read this shit and it makes sense. Watch this. Let me show you. So look. So peep this. They tell you what? The heart is given. So look, the contraction of cardiac muscles in all animals is initiated by what? Electrical impulses, right? Electrical impulses. What this means, now what are we supposed to be eating? Alkaline. What is alkaline? Electricity, right? So your heart is sending out the blood based on electricity being given to the cells. Now inside, what's up family? What's up D-Muna? Now inside your cells, let me show y'all something. Y'all might have heard Khalid talk about this too. Let me show y'all something real quick. Inside your cells, you have something called what? Neurons. What are neurons? Now, neurons are nerve cells that they call what? Electrically excitable cells. Let's look up what that is. Membrane potential. No, that's not what we're talking about. Why y'all playing with me? I said electrically excitable. See, sometimes this is the problem. They'll take you to different pages because they titled it to something different. But let's keep going. See, this is not telling us what an electrically, okay. This is what they do sometimes. This is not going to tell you what an electrically excitable cell is. When you click on it, it's going to tell you what an electrically excitable cell does, right? But listen, membrane potential is the difference in electric potential between the interior and the exterior of a biological cell. Let's not even go into all that, because I don't even want to waste your time with all of that or your energy. What I want you to know is, you ever heard of the term sugar coated? Right? When somebody say, you sugarcoating, stop sugarcoating it for them, right? You sugarcoat stuff for children, right? Sugarcoat, right? Now, I'm about to make some shit make sense for you. I'm about to make some shit make sense for you, right? Now, our blood has what? DNA, right? DNA stands for what? Deoxyribonucleic acid, right? And when you study biochemistry, you understand what that means without even looking it up, because deoxy means what? D, removal. Oxy means what? Oxygen atoms, right? So deoxy means the removal of oxygen, right? Ribo, right? Ribo is what? That's ribose. Ribose is what? Sugar. Sugar. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Hold up. Because I'm going to tie it together. Look at that. What is ribose? Sugar. Because that's what your DNA is made out of. Right? I just wanted to show y'all so y'all see. And this is the building block of life. CHO. Which our great ancestor, Dr. Sebi, taught me as a student of him. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. These are what natural foods have. Alright? But anywho, so ribose, right? So when they say sugar coating, because all of these little terms that we have, sugar coating, we didn't do that. We didn't sit there ourselves as black people. I'm talking about black people at the black people meeting, alright? Because if y'all black, y'all was at the black people meeting. We ain't come to the black people meeting and was like, alright, yo, so look, peep this. We gonna say sugar coat, right? Because you feel me? Because sugar is sweet and we wear coats when it's cold, that's gonna mean that you dumbing something down for somebody by sugarcoating it. That's at the black people meeting. And somebody typed the memo out and sent it to the black people. That's not what happened. Sugarcoating is a term that comes from sugar-coated cells. Right? See now, Sugar is acidic, right? Let me show y'all what I mean. So, sugar is not called sugar from a scientific perspective. Sugar is called, for those who don't know, saccharide, right? Which is why you're not supposed to be eating no goddamn polysaccharides, which is what? Fucking starch and shit, rice and shit. But look, let's go. Saccharide. Let's find it. Come on, stop playing with me. Saccharide, not saccharin, which is a compound. Yeah, saccharin is a compound. Hold up. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Matter of fact, let me type in a saccharide and then it should come up. What's a saccharide? Fructose. Fructose is a saccharide. A monosaccharide. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, and then there should be a link to saccharide in here somewhere. Disaccharide. Alright, so they're not gonna let us get to saccharide by itself. But just know that saccharide is a sugar. And then from that, so y'all know how you be saying, let me just show y'all so you know. Cause listen, you don't want people to be talking over your head and shit. So you know how you have polysaccharides, you have monosaccharides, you have disaccharides, you have oligosaccharides, right? These are, and if y'all don't know, hold up. Let's not just talk shit. See, cause we learning today. So, remember I told you, you have oligosaccharides, right? Oligosaccharide. This is what you call a saccharide polymer. Now, if y'all was in any of my other lectures that I did, does anybody remember me talking to y'all about polymers and polymerization and how anything that's polymerized for the most part is unnatural and was created in a lab? Right? Now, these things that are polymers, hey, stick with me now, because I'm still tying into y'all how you get sick from what you eat through your heart. Because we ain't off the heart, alright? Now, these polymers are made and created what? Proteins, right? Proteins are just a bunch of macromolecules connected. Let's see what they say. Yeah, see? Proteins are large biomolecules and macromolecules, right? Macro just means bigger, micro means smaller, so they're bigger molecules chained together. These molecules, though, they are processed by the body. And when they're processed by the body, guess what that's called? That's called a metabolic process, right? So what I'm saying is oligosaccharides go through what we call what? A metabolic process, right? Now what do we know? I'm trying to find it where I just was, y'all. My apologies. I think I was on the same page. So what do we know about metabolic processes though? You know what I'm saying? So let's go back to the heart. So what do we know about metabolic processes? Cause we just learned this, right? Did we not? Where was it at, y'all? I think it's at the top. Oh, I think it was within one of these. Oh, pacemaker cells. Alright, so we learned that electrical impulses are given to the cells in your heart. And those cells are what? Neurons, right? And neurons are what? Electrically excitable cells that respond and send messages when they come into contact with electricity, right? Now let's tie that into sugar coating. Now we know that there are metabolic processes. I'm trying to find that part that I was on, y'all. Where's that part, y'all, where it said metabolic processes? See, look, shit like this frustrate me because this is why I would have to write this shit down and make it an actual lecture because I'm just going over this with you. But so if y'all recall, we read that they said that the contamination of blood, which was called what? It was done through a metabolic process. What was it called? Fuck, man. This is why I hate they words. I dislike they words because it just confuse you. You just want to know that during the process of, metabolic waste. There we go. My apologies, y'all. See that? I'm being guided. All right. Bear with me. That's what we was talking about. All right. So metabolic waste are substances left over from metabolic processes, right? Which cannot be used by the organism. They are surplus or toxic. This is how you get a blood infection. That is how you get a blood infection. Now, we know that about the metabolic processes that have things that are left over, right? That are considered metabolic waste. Now let's tie that into where we was, right? Let's go back to where we was, right? Cause we were at not the heart, but what? We were at these saccharides. Let's go into this. We were at the polymers, right? Now, these oligosaccharides, which are polymers, these are foods like, these are meat. I mean, this is, you know what I'm saying? These are different things that they put in meat, different kind of foods that they make. You know, you can look up what types of foods are oligosaccharides. And a polymer, see, you gotta really know what a polymer is, right? A polymer is a substance or material consisting of very large molecules called macromolecules, composed of many repeating subunits, right? Right? This process is familiar with synthetic plastics, right? Such as polystyrene, right? Which we know are not organic things. Like they create those, right? So what a polymer is, when you break that word down, poly means many and mer means a unit of, or like so it's talking about like one molecule. So polymerization is the process of taking small units and piecing them together. Polymerization is similar to cloning, except they call it something different. They call it gene alteration, right? But it's the same, it's kind of the same thing. That's what CRISPR is about and eugenics is about. You can look into that. But this is how you make cloned food. When you're cloning food, that's polymerization. When you're cloning biological beings, that's eugenics. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying all this to say, right? When your body is processing these things that you're eating, it's going to leave metabolic waste in your blood. This metabolic waste is acidic. It's acidic, right? When something is acidic, right? Let's go back to the drawing. Hold on. When something is acidic, that means what? What does that mean about it in terms of its pH level? We all know this, right? So when something is acidic, the pH level is low, right? pH level is low, right? And what does pH stand for? Let's not take my word for it, because who knows if I know shit. Fuck that. That's why you don't take nobody's word. Let's see. Ooh, look at these colors. What do they mean, right? pH. In chemistry, pH, historically denoting potential of hydrogen, right? Or power of hydrogen, right? So when they're saying something has a pH, it's basically talking about, hold up, let me just show you some more. It's a scale used to specify the acidity, right? All right. Now, what's up, light skin? What you say? Hey, beautiful bronze colored brother. Beautiful bronze colored brother. I appreciate that. I had to drop out for a second. How's the family? Yeah, the family's doing fine. I appreciate you. We just sharing some information here, and I really hope that any of this information is useful for you, or even if you did know already, hopefully this sparks you to tell somebody else, or maybe teach your child, because our children should know this. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know this, you wouldn't be asking silly shit like, should I eat meat? You see, if you knew this, you wouldn't be asking silly questions like, should I eat meat? You know what I'm saying? Because this determines the acidity, right? Of potential hydrogen, right? Now, let me show something. Let me show y'all something. Let me tie this together. Let's pull up deoxyribonucleic acid. Because this is how you wake up, right? This is what waking up is. Tapping into your genes, to your DNA, right? That DNA that you can't use, right? Because they say we only use like 5% of this, and 95% of this we don't use, right? For those who don't know, remember I told y'all we have nitrogen. You want to pay attention to this, all right? This is what your avatar is. Y'all should be paying attention to this. There's no reason you should know everything about fucking TV shows and what rappers is doing and all of this shit, but you don't know this. This is what you are, and they know this. All right. Now these are bonds. They show you. These are what you call chemical bonds, right? These chemical bonds. Look, each one of these. This is a key. Each one of these, the color and size is represented here, right? So the hydrogen are the small white dots, right? Notice how there's one of those on each one of these, holding it together, right? That's locking that. What that's gonna do, you said I'm on the phone with my cousin right now driving. Oh, okay, appreciate you. So when something has a low pH, that means it can't bond with these hydrogen links. So what that means is your DNA never gets accessed, and it bypasses it and just hangs out in the blood. Like, look, it do like this. You know, everybody running around doing shit. Yo, grab something. Yo, I'm telling the meat, and you like this. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But it's taking up space. It's taking up space, and it's taking up opportunity for antibodies, and it's taking up space for cellular respiration to take place, which is how you are infinite and don't die. Which is why we don't die. There's no such thing as death. That's something that was put on us, but I'm not going to go that far. But I'm just saying our avatars are being sickened by the things we're putting in our bodies. This is what you have to understand. So when people are like, oh man, it's cold as shit outside, I'm sick. Bro, that don't have nothing to do with why you sick. Bro, that don't have nothing to do. And that should be hurting my feelings because our people just don't know. It's an ignorance. You know, and it's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? They was taught different. They was taught you go outside with no shirt on, you get cold, and then you get sick. That's not true. You can sit your ass outside all day cold and never get sick. Like, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that cold does, so look, when you think about cold, right, because cold is not natural to this atmosphere. It's actually not natural to this planet. Okay, but we're not gonna go that far because I would have to go into cosmic information and people will start saying I'm crazy. So let's just stick with what we got. But when you're talking about code, you're talking about Sub-Zero, right? Which is the technology which does this, right? And when you're talking about Sub-Zero, sub means beneath, underneath, to pull down, right? Sub-Zero. They're talking about 0 degree temperature going underneath it, and they're talking about going in reverse, right? Because everything is always moving. Atoms are always moving. The temperature of something is the speed in which something is moving, right? Energy is measured in heat, right? So when you moving fast, that's energy, and it creates heat because heat is energy. Cold is death. Cold is lack of energy. We don't do cold. This is a tropical planet. There's nothing cold here. You know what I'm saying? Cold was brought to us, look, we ain't going there, but I just want you to know that the only effect that cold could really have on you is that it slows your atoms down, right? So this is how cold would sicken you, right? Because what cold does is the atoms in your body, all of your blood cells have what? Protons, neutrons, and electrons inside each atom moving, and they're constantly moving. The colder they get, the slower they move. So if you really, really cold, you get something called hypothermia, right? So you would need to look up hypothermia, the same thing we just did. Do that with hypothermia and everything else. So nobody can't tell you shit, everything else. And if they try to tell you shit, go do it with that. And then they can't tell you shit about that. But like I told you, the way I hit my arm, and then right now my body is sending blood cells right now. And my muscle is contracting and expanding and let the T cells in to heal that part that got damaged. That would happen way slower if I was cold. Like if I was standing here cold, that means my cells are moving slow and constricted. So my healing ain't really gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really gonna happen, which is the same way you freeze to death, right? Because there's no such thing as death. You gotta really understand that energy doesn't die, and science teaches you this. There's no such thing as death. Energy never dies. It only transfers. You go from a solid state of matter to a gaseous or plasma state, which is why they call them ghosts, right? Ghosts are gas state. Then you have primordial, you have higher beings that are plasma and such. Electricity, all of that is just plasma. But we exist on a solid realm right now. The only thing that's going to happen when you die is that you're going to be raised to a frequency where your state of matter is no longer solid, so you can't be seen. This is why you can cryogenically freeze somebody, right? Because when you freeze the cells have stopped moving. So they never got a chance to go anywhere. So when you freeze somebody to death, you basically made them still. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no such thing as death. You have to really, really understand that. Like when you was taught that, like when you was taught like, yo, look, death, think about what they're saying death is. When you freeze to death, you just froze somebody. So the cells can't move. This is why you can cryogenically unfreeze them and they can still have life because they have not gone anywhere, which is what happens when you quote unquote die, when your heart stops beating, right? Then the vibration changes in your body and you go to another frequency. I forget where I was talking about in the beginning, y'all. My apologies. I went on a whole tangent. I wasn't even talking about that. I was just talking about, the weather, right? This is why in the summertime, tires pop. Here we go. There we go. Let's help connect some dots scientifically for folks. This is why in the summertime, tires pop. And in the wintertime, what happens? Tires deflate, right? Sometimes in the wintertime, they'll tell you need to put more air in your tire. And in the summer, they'll tell you don't pump too much air in your tire because of the pop. What's up, Rolling Records? You know what I'm saying? So when you think about this, you want to understand that atoms expand in heat and contract in cold. And it's not even that it's contracting, it's that this shit gets so hard to explain or it's so deep. It's that, remember how everything is moving? So moving things are measured in frequency, right? Hertz. This is how you measure everything because everything is moving. Literally, everything is moving. This is how you see colors. This is why colors have hertz associated with them because it's just a measurement of how fast what you're seeing is moving. That's what that is. There's no such thing as sight. There's only vibrations and feeling. Even when you look and see something, you're not seeing it. The retinas are absorbing a vibration that's coming off of what's in front of you and spewing it back to your brain to then send it back out. You get what I'm saying? So there's no such thing as sight. when you don't know these things, you can't really understand the way your body works, and you can't understand things like sound healing, vibrational healing, the way somebody can have a sickness and be cured from that sickness with music. You'll be like, yo, sound dumb. Sound healing, whatever. That's because you don't understand everything is vibration. And when you get sick, the only thing that means is that that organ that's sick is not vibrating at the right, let's not even say right, because there's no right or wrong. It's not vibrating at a frequency which allows it to perform normally. You know what I'm saying? That's all that means. So when you get cold, it doesn't make you sick. It makes you more vulnerable to being sick. You get what I'm saying? And some people might be like, oh, whatever, but that's the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. And that ain't how science works. You know what I'm saying? Like in science, we don't play games. Like, you know what I'm saying? In science, we don't guess. We don't care about what niggas think. We don't care about your feelings. This is hypothesis. We work with facts. You know what I'm saying? So like when I told people that we don't have melanin, let me repeat this for y'all. We do not have melanin. People, I feel like we do. Well, I feel that. Shorty, we don't care about what your feelings say. I don't care about what your feelings say. I can show you how we don't have melanin. And then you go, well, I feel like we got it because, you know, my favorite celebrity said, and they said it on commercial, and I just seen it on Fox News. So, nah, they got melanin. You know what I'm saying? But how many people can really say that they actually know what melanin is? You know what I'm saying? But look, there's somebody who did I ain't gonna go into it, but look, I'm gonna just say this. There was somebody I know who was like a little upset with me because I said, hey Chanel, I'm gonna address that in a minute. There was somebody who said that they was upset with me because I said melanin not real, or that we don't have melanin. Melanin is real, but Caucasoids have melanin. So I'm like, you mad at me? And they like, I have melanin and I'm not worried about what you're saying. And I'm like, bro, why would you, like, listen, it just really concerns me when somebody even think like that, especially when you have children. So that means you're the parent of someone else. So that means you're going to teach them to think like that. How could somebody come to you and say, hey, yo, look, I found this information out. Look at this. And you say, no, cause I don't want to look at it, cause I don't think I should, cause I know. You know what I'm saying? If somebody right now jumped in the comments and was like, yo, you lying, we do have melanin, I would say, come on, hop on, send me a request, explain it to me. I don't agree with us having neuromelanin either. I don't agree with us having neuromelanin either. I don't agree with that neither. Scientifically, I can't find no science behind it. And what I would say is, what I would rather is, rather than people getting mad with me talking about why you saying that, blah, 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 just say, oh, well, what you mean? Which is why I did a whole lecture on this shit. But everybody want to watch the lecture. They just want to say, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And I break shit down. You know how I do. Like, I don't just be like, yeah, y'all, so this happened and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I break it down. I explain to you, show it to you. So it's like, how you disagree with what I'm saying? Like I literally did a whole lecture and was like, yo, this don't make no sense that they saying we got melanin. Or neuromelanin. What you mean? Neuromelanin is melanin. You know what I'm saying? Neuromelanin is melanin taking place on a different level, right? Melanin is the physical level which interacts with the skin, and it's broken into different variations. You have phytomelanin, allomelanin. It's a couple different ones. It's like 5 of them. Then you have neuromelanin, which takes place in the brain. So it's the same thing. They're telling you where the area of the body that's being targeted is. They're not changing what the thing is. That's why I'm like, bro, even when people be like, yeah, we don't have melanin, we have neuromelanin. I'm like, bro, what you mean? Melanin, you can't change what the basis of the element is by putting a location of the body in front of it. Like, that's like saying, yo, we don't have, what's something we don't have, y'all? Shit. Let's say it was a chemical called Zytocan, right? And somebody like, I'm like, we don't have Zytocan. We have cardiozytotan. Okay. Do you know that cardiozytotan just means zytotan that's in your heart? So what are you talking about? That's like saying, yo, I I don't have no cameras in my house. You know, I just got surveillance out front. Man, stop playing with me, yo. That's what I'm saying. Don't play with me. I'm an intellect. And I'm not even saying that on no bragging shit. I'm just saying like real talk. Alright, I mean, I get what you on that when you say what it is that we have, bro. Now, first of all, the first thing I would say is whatever it is that we have, it damn sure ain't gonna be plastered all over the TV. It damn sure ain't gonna be put on commercials and have on billboards and black people saying, we have this. Don't forget where you at and what slave we under. They ain't about to do that. Even if we had melanin, you think they gonna, when they give black people stuff that empower them and want to support it? Yeah, we have carbon. Of course, we have carbon. Now, we may have neurocarbon, or we may have some form of neurocarbon, you know what I'm saying, that nobody has really looked into because they're not going to even mention something like that because that'd be crazy. Because neurocarbon would be dark matter, and that would be what connects you to the cosmos when you meditate. And they ain't even about to speak on no shit like that, which is why they told you neuromelanin, which neuromelanin is a thing. I'm not saying it's not real, but it's not what we have. Like, that's what they have. Neuromelanin is the reason why when they meditate, they can calm themselves down. Listen, do y'all want me to show you? Hold on, let me first off, is it anybody in here who feels like, nah, I don't quite know what you mean, bro? Can you explain a little deeper or show me? Because the thing is, I don't like when people disagree with something that I'm saying, but you didn't tell me, or you didn't like give me the opportunity to show you. Cause I don't, listen, who know my song? It's Jay Gittins' own Speak for Nothing. I got bars you can eat for supper. You better learn this. I don't speak for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't spend days and days and hours researching and learning shit just to talk for people to think I'm just talking out my ass. I wouldn't sit here, bro. That's what I'm saying. You gotta think. This is what I be telling people. I'm a king of 5 children and a goddess with me that I gotta raise and support. What the hell I look like jumping on here just to make up that we don't got melanin? What you think I like saw a little post real quick and was like, oh, all right, we don't got melanin because he said it. I don't follow what people say. I'm a scientist. What you mean? I don't follow what people say. I use what people say to let me know where to go. You know what I'm saying? But I don't follow what nobody say because I believed that we had melanin. If you would have asked me 3 months ago, I would have said, yo, we got melanin. Yeah, we got melanin. Because I didn't do no research. But see, I was seeing certain people who I look up to say, who? Yaki Awakened, right? I was seeing certain people who you look up to say melanin. Dr. Layla Africa, who's one of the people, right? I was seeing a lot of them say it. So I was like, oh, okay, like, all right, we got melanin. Yeah, like, and then I was seeing commercials, niggas hashtagging it. Oh, woke people saying it. I'm like, oh, yeah, we got that. Yeah, we got that. But then I started getting curious because I was like, well, what is melanoma? And melanoma sounds a lot like melanin. And we don't get melanoma. What's going on here? Let me look into this. And that alone made me look into it. All right, hold up. So let me read the comments because I still want to show about neuromelanin. He said that thought came to mind too. Hold up, what they said? I want to know what you was responding to. Hold up. He said, I was thinking that too. Light skin beauty, what you say? What you say, light skin beauty? Hold up, because somebody responded to you and said they was thinking that too. Oh, you said carbon. Yeah, it's carbon. Yeah, we have carbon. Yeah, and I ain't saying you disagree either, you know. I'm just saying for people who may did. All right, so let me go back up because somebody said, all right, who said show me? Didn't somebody say pull it up? Oh, Nasia? All right, Nasia, we're going to pull it up. We're going to pull it up. If you want to further break down, you can go look at the lecture that I did on it. But either way, let's pull it up because I'm going to summarize the lecture right now very quickly and break it down. It's, Just Giving Game said break it down. All right, let's do it. And I'm glad people listening because when I did the lecture, ain't nobody listen, but everybody, look, I put a story up, right? And I said, do you think we have melanin? Yes or no? Everybody answered. I said, all right, watch my lecture and then answer. Do you still think we have melanin? Yes, no, or I'm not sure. Everybody just put yes. People didn't even watch the lecture, just put yes. Yeah, we do. Yup. I'm like, bro, and if you did watch the lecture, what's your thesis, bro? Because, like, I didn't just get in there and be like, yeah, I don't think we got melanin because I don't think it. I showed you scientifically why it don't make sense. So what's your answer? So we about to do that now. And for anybody who's still like, no, I think we got melanin. Okay, that's not how science works. You know what I'm saying? Science don't care what you think, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You can't even be a scientist thinking like that. Talking about, well, I don't feel like we should. You know what I'm saying? Nobody care about your feelings. Could it all be possible that the melanin we do Yeah, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be melanin though. Like, you know what I'm saying? If what I think the question you're asking, because Chanel Falana G said, could it at all be possible that the melanin we do have, they won't display it to us? I think when you're saying the melanin we do have, you're saying whatever it is that we actually have, which is carbon, not melanin, because melanin has nothing to do with us. So like when you say, that would be like saying, you know, say like pigs have hooves, right? And you was like, oh, so could it be possible that the hooves we have, I would be like, are you saying, could it be possible that like we have feet and maybe they're just calling it hooves? Or what do you mean? Because we don't have hooves and that has nothing to do with us. So we shouldn't even be saying melanin. Like, now if you're asking like, could it be possible that there is an element in our skin that we have that they're not telling us about? Well, yes, of course. That's the reason they're telling you this one, because they don't want you to think about what the real one is, which is carbon. But let's move forward. All right, so Naja said, I'm learning, and I got nothing but love for you, Goddess, for doing that. I appreciate you. He said, yeah, that's what I was going to do. As soon as you told us what we had, I was going to look it up. Yeah, all right, one love. He said, I looked up DNA and never found anything. Yeah, that's why you don't hear me say DEA. See, DEA is deoxyetheric acid, and you would have to look up ether and what etheric things are, and then apply that concept to deoxyetheric acid rather than deoxyribonucleic acid, and you would understand the difference between sugar, which is a saccharide that's in DNA, and ether, which is a high vibrational, high state of matter of existence of a chemical. Like, you would just have to look it up. If you look up what ether is and study what ether is, because we say our hair is ether, right? This is ether, not hair. Hair is what animals have and fur. We have ether. But when you say like, well, what is ether? Look up what ether is. I would just advise you look up what ether is and just see what it means to you. Because DEA, us having deoxyetheric acid, is not something like the fact that, like, for instance, the fact that, you know, Caucasoids came to our planet from the 6th dimension through a portal in the Caucasus Mountains. You're not going to look that up. That's why I wouldn't get on here and say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to, certain things, you have to unlock certain ones of those hydrogen links I was telling you about to get. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to, because you are knowledge. You are everything. You are supreme knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that about yourself. This is what your DNA is. You know what I'm saying? So you have to reach certain points to get certain things. So like I said, I wouldn't even go out and be like, yeah, y'all, we got DEA, because I don't want to lose people, and I don't want to, you know what I mean? Cause people can lose the message. Cause somebody will see me say that and then be like, oh, I ain't listen to nothing. He said we got DEA. That's the Drug Enforcement Agency. That ain't even no, he don't know what he talking about. And then they won't listen to nothing I'm saying. And even though I got tons of shit that can help them. So in order for me to be able to be helpful to others, I don't say we have DEA. Cause that would just confuse, they would be like, this nigga, I don't know about this dude. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. Alright. Now, brother, you got me over here rolling because the level of ignorance people be trying to place over things is baffling. Right? Thank you, I will. Can I join? Yeah, Willie, Will, you can join. Bear with me for a second though, okay? Because I don't want to, I'll let you join right after we, you know, or we can come back and do another one or something, but right after we go over this neuromelanin, because we gotta touch on that, because a couple people in here wanted me to explain my perspective. And it's honestly no different than melanin. Like, my exact same explanation for why we don't have melanin is my exact same explanation for why we don't have neuromelanin, because neuromelanin and melanin are produced in the exact same ways. So it doesn't even make sense for a person to say we don't have melanin, we have neuromelanin, when they both come from the exact same thing. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It just sounds real ignorant to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, y'all gotta understand, ignorance is not offensive. I'm not saying ignorant like you dumb or nothing like that. Ignorant just means lacks knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody is saying to me, oh, we don't have melanin, we have neuromelanin, I know right then and there somebody told you that. Or I know right then and there you heard that from somebody. You had to. Because there's no scientific evidence that you're going to look up that says that we have that. You had to like see an infomercial, or maybe see like one of these, you know, woke people who really is COINTELPRO on the spirituality, getting us to be lost, that you think not lost. You got to understand that you think is one of us, but they not. You know what I'm saying? These Autobots, they out here. A lot of them is people who you like, yo, no, I know that's the one, I follow him. He always got good. Right. Yeah, okay. He's supposed to have you convinced like that. That's the way it's supposed to work. Alright, keep going. My bad. Y'all know I talk a lot. Alright, my apologies, family. I'm just addressing these comments as I go down. Alright. Willie Will said, can I join? Oh, yeah. Well, how I go back up there? My apologies, y'all. Gratitude to you, Just Giving Game. What's up, D Blaze? I appreciate you for coming in. It's Juab said we always gotta do our own research facts, bro. Exactly, because I was running around saying we had melanin, and like I don't like saying stuff that I don't know is true. I don't like that because I consider myself to be a king. To be honest, I consider myself to be a god. But just like DEA, I don't want to lose nobody and make people run from my information, so I don't tell them that. But I am a god. You know what I'm saying? Nothing less. But I'm not gonna, scare people. Alright, so let's get into it, right? Yeah, that's what the movie Jacob's Ladder was about. Y'all listen to what she said. Listen to what Light Skin Beauty said. Light Skin Beauty said the Bible referenced the pineal gland too. She said the Bible referenced the pineal gland too. It said Jacob wrestled with angels and saw God face to face in the land of the pineal. Look at that. Go on. I see you, Light Skin Beauty. Look, but there's this movie called Jacob's Ladder, right? If y'all look at Jacob's Ladder, the movie Jacob's Ladder, it's on Netflix. I would recommend y'all check it out. I think it's on there. The Jacob's Ladder movie is talking about the 33 vertebrae of the spine, which takes you to the pineal gland. That's what they talking about, and that's Jacob. You see how all this shit coming together, and it's crazy because you either in this world that we in right now in this dimension, and I'm going to get to neuromelanin, y'all bear with me. I'm just going down the comments, and every time I see something I address it. But like in this world, everything is either clear as day right in front of your damn face, or blind and you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is right here, all of it. You know what I'm saying? Right here. When he said wrestle with the angels and saw God face to face in the land of the pineal, he was talking about high vibratorial existence. He was talking about high vibration. He was talking about us before we were in our low descendant self that we are now. You see, because the pineal gland, the crown chakra, right, is how you access other realms. It's how you access higher vibrations. It's how you reach out to other beings. This is why you can actually communicate with our ancestors, because they are in the land of the pineal, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But he was just, it's a lot of different ways that can be interpreted, but you just want to know that has to, you have to know anatomy. No, I'm a Libra. Just Giving Game. No, I'm a Libra. What's carbon and melanin difference in its vibrating difference or its whole different property? That's going to kind of get answered when we go over this right now that I'm about to go into, family. What's up, Dragon King Tutankhamun? For those who don't know, King Tutankhamun is referring to King Tut. King Tut had a dagger, right? He had a dagger. I think it was called Tut's dagger or whatever it was. You can Google it. Google King Tut's dagger. King Tut's dagger, which is one of our ancestors from ancient Egypt. His dagger was made out of minerals that do not exist on this planet. This for all my people who want to try to restrict us to planet Earth and shit, who want to try to, it's no other life out there, it's just us. Silly. King Tut had a dagger that was made out of minerals that you cannot find on this planet. You can only find it on other planets. Now, and it's rumored in mythology that he was given that dagger by, other species that we communicate with and that we talk to in the land of the pineal. You know what I'm saying? He said, please save the live. Internet been cutting out. My apologies, family. All right. If I can get to the bottom of these comments, I can go into this neuromelanin and help y'all understand why I don't fucking associate with that shit. Alright, I'm gonna save the live, rolling records, alright? He said, nah, for real, bro, we have to do our own due diligence. That's facts. I asked because I was gonna say I feel like I talk a lot to a massage though. Oh yeah, nah. He said, I think she was responding to me. Okay, whatever. You were saying, you mentioned the pineal gland. I'm listening though. Alright. Sliced of life. What if the Bible was talking about us in code? Right. Yeah, it was. Take your time. Oh, I love Nasia. I appreciate you, Nasia. You so supportive. You always, she be like, calm down. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate her. The Bible is talking about, yeah, right. The Bible is talking about us. I know, me too, but I'm a Cancer. Yeah, the Bible is talking about everybody. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is talking about everybody. You know what I mean? Like the book of Galatians, that's an actual people called the Galatians. They were in communication with the Celtics and the Druids, which was, you know, during ancient Rome and Transylvania. So if you could look up Transylvania, this is where your vampires come from. You know what I'm saying? You can look up Transylvania and look up the Galatians, and you'll see why they was brought up in the Bible. All right, now let's go. Let's get into it. So neuromelanin. What's up, Wave? What's up, Wave XNL? All right, now listen. I already did a lecture on this, so I would recommend for anybody who wants to see that lecture just to see anything that I brought up, because I'm not going to go through the level of detail in which I went through in that lecture, but I'm just going to point out to you some fuckery with this melanin shit. All right. Now, another thing you got to know too is that the more you know, right? The more you know, the more you're capable of knowing. So I want y'all to know that understanding that we don't have melanin is something that requires a certain level of understanding before that. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to make sure that I, go over some things possibly for some people as well. All right. So let's jump into this. Now, before I do neuromelanin, right, I'm gonna do melanin, right? Because then I'm just gonna show you how it's the same fucking thing. There's no difference. All right. But look, so what is melanin, right? Because everybody think they know what melanin is, right? Melanin is an amino acid. I believe is what they actually group it as. Hold on. Is it amino acid? Yo, who cares, man? We don't have this shit. All right, look. Melanin is a broad term. Melanin is a broad term for a group of natural pigments found in most organisms. Eumelanin is produced through a multi-stage chemical process known as melanogenesis, where the oxidation of the amino acid tyrosine, pay attention, because we're going to come back to that. The amino acid tyrosine is followed by what? There go that word. What we know about that word? It's like, yeah, my apologies. Let's keep going. Polymerization. The melanin pigments are produced, and what's that root word in that? Pigment, right? What are pigs? Are pigs natural? Was pigs created through cloning and CRISPR and eugenics? Oh, okay. But let's keep on going. Melanin pigments are produced in a specialized group of cells known as melanocytes. Functionally, eumelanin serves as protection against UV radiation. That's important too. I'm about to tell y'all something about that. Melanin, neuromelanin, functions as the catalyst of all cellular functions within an organism, right? All right. Are y'all following me? Everybody here? Everybody here? I saw a comment. I just wanted to... Nasia said, you taught me so much and I always enjoy your lives when I'm off work because I miss it when I'm working. All right. Hey, look. Well, look. Let me know when you work. I do it on the days you off. You and Falana G, right? Y'all two that be on me about this. Look. You know what Falana G did to me when I was about to do the Moana lecture? I did a lecture on Moana and I was supposed to put it up. Look, Falana G, she in here. She had me in one of these. Look, she was in the DM like, nigga, where the lecture at? Nigga, where the lecture at? Nigga? Alright, so look, we're gonna make it so that everybody who's in here right now, we got 12 people in here right now. We're gonna make it so that everybody in here right now is an expert on melanin, alright? They ain't gonna be able to tell you shit about melanin, alright? And we're going to do this shit in about a flat out 15 minutes. Alright? Because it's that fucking easy. Let's finish. Alright. Now, before we get back up here, because this section right here, I'm going to debunk all of this shit right here. I'm going to debunk all of this shit right here. But before I get there, I want to just make sure y'all are fucking experts on melanin. Now, melanin is divided into 5 groups, right? You have eumelanin. Let's go down here. There are 5 basic types of melanin. Eumelanin, pheomelanin, neuromelanin, allomelanin, and pyomelanin, right? If you look at this number 1 right here, this will show you what the sources are for all of the people who like, oh, well, that's Wikipedia. Okay, let's see who said this shit. Let's see who said it. Okay, this comes from Unraveling the Structure and Function of Melanin Through Synthesis, Journal of the American Chemical Society. So if you think this is a lie and you disagree, you go take that up with the Journal of the American Chemical Society. And then you go find this book. This is the number. And then you go tell them that they liars. All right. But don't talk to me about Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is not the source and don't got shit to do with the source of information. You know, Wikipedia is just a compository of everything, which is why they don't want you here. All right. But my apologies, y'all. So look, these are the 5 basic types of melanin, right? Just so that y'all know what they do. What is eumelanin? We already know, because what did it say? Eumelanin is produced through a multi-stage chemical process known as blah, blah, blah. Let's go down here, because I don't think they said it clear right there. My apologies. Just know eumelanin is about the skin, all right? But let's see. We got to go down here. We got to go. Hold on, y'all. Eumelanin, all right? So eumelanin. Eumelanin polymers, right? Look, they already telling you that eumelanin is a polymer. It's a polymer. We know what polymers are. If y'all need me to go back, I'll do it. But let's move forward. Eumelanin is basically about your skin color, right? Or their skin color, because we don't have no goddamn melanin. But there are 2 types of eumelanin, brown and black. This is the brown and black gene. Hold up. How many people know about the brown and black, the separation of the fly? Okay. Let's keep going with this melanin bullshit. So look, 2 types of the brown and look, what this telling you is, all right, here it is. The eumelanin is present in the skin, hair, and etc. What they're telling you is that eumelanin is responsible for the pigmentation of skin. Okay? That's what eumelanin is about. Now, let's go to the next one, right? What's the next one? Pheomelanin. I think this is the pussy, the lips, all of these, you know, what is it? Oh, we gotta go down to it because the way they organized it. Okay, so pheomelanin, right? Pheomelanin impart a range of yellowish to reddish colors, right? So pheomelanin is a polymerized group of macromolecules that they put together that has the ability to impart a range of yellow to reddish colors. It's called pheomelanin. And this is about your lips, your nipples, your glands, the penis, the vagina. And these are called erogenous zones. See, this part I'm just telling y'all so that y'all can know how to study shit on your own. Let me show you something real quick, just so you can see it. And this is where Eros come from. If y'all familiar with the god Eros, right? The god of love and sex. This is where this comes from. Erogenous zones. This is called erogenous zones. Y'all see? Erogenous zones. An erogenous zone, right, in Greek is what? Eros, right? This is where, see how this shit all tying together? But anyway, is an area of the human body that is heightened sensitivity, the stimulation of which may generate a sexual response, right? And these are places like what? The lips, they tell you all of them. The lips, these are what you call, and they have something called the G-spot. This is where the G-spot comes from. Everybody thought that was some shit that Lloyd ass made up in the song. What'd he say? My room is the G-spot. No, nigga. We ain't worried about you. We want to know what the actual G-spot is, right? Let's see what we ain't gonna go. Wait, look, y'all want to do it? Y'all want to do it? Y'all want to do it? You see how when you intellectual, you can do anything? You think I can make a goddess come? You feel me? You think I don't know? Right, yeah, okay. So look, this is why knowledge is power. You feel me? This is why knowledge is power. But let's get out of here, y'all. Let's get out of here. Hold up, y'all. I'm hot as a bitch. Like, nah, real shit. I really am about hot as a motherfucker. Alright. So look, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Alright. Alright, so let's get back to this. Alright, so look, what you just want to know, right? Because we don't need to take all day. You can go to the other one and you'll see. Alright? What you just want to know is, look, this is skin. This is the erogenous zones. This is the brain. We're going to go into that, but I'm saving that for when I show y'all how I don't fuck with that either. Allomelanin there's not a lot of information on. I tried to look, you see how there's no link there? And I tried to look it up myself through many different ways, and I couldn't find much information on allomelanin because they don't really talk about it. But you can break down the etymology of what allomelanin is, and you can kind of piece together what that's about. But it has nothing to do with what we talking about anyway, so let's keep on. Then you have pyomelanin, right? All right. And you can look up information on pyomelanin. Hold up, let me see if they, my apologies, family. Let me see if they got it on here. Just so they're talking, just so we can see, because we want to be experts. Niggas ain't gonna tell us shit about melanin. Because when you go to somebody and say, yo, we don't have melanin, we don't want to hear that bullshit about, nah, nigga, because I just saw the commercial on BET. Look. Nah, dog. I was just listening to Lil Baby. Lil Baby said, my melanin popping and bitches be dropping. I run up and shopping. My melanin got it. But yeah, he said we had melanin. So nah, like, we got that. When they tell you that, this is what you want to be able to do. You feel me? Let me show y'all something. Now look, y'all see how the ancestors guide me? You see how the ancestors guide me? When I was talking to y'all, I stopped just to make that little melanin joke and then came back and look where my phone stopped at. Look where the tablet stopped at. Right what I wanted to show y'all so I can show y'all about this bullshit, because this is going to tie into what I'm talking about. Look at what this says. Melanin has very diverse roles and functions in various organisms. A form of melanin makes up the ink used by many cephalopods as a defense mechanism against predators. Now there's a reason I showed you that. Because my hypothesis, my intellectual hypothesis after my studies of this melanin shit is that this is a defense mechanism against the sun. This is a defense mechanism against the sun. Now, do we need to defend ourselves against something we come from? Something we created? Something we're a part of? Why would we need to have something in us that defends itself against the sun? Doesn't even make sense. Look. So now that we know what melanin is, right? We know what melanin is. We've covered that part, right? Because we about to be experts in this bitch. It's 13 people on here. Whoever watched this, ain't nobody gonna tell you shit about melanin after this unless you just don't care to know nothing. Alright? Now, we know what melanin is. Let's learn how melanin works, where it comes from, and all of that. Alright? Let's go. Alright, so peek this. Let's decipher this. This is called inference and reading between the lines, which you become really good at when you're a scientist. Okay? So what this is saying, to summarize this for y'all, is that melanin is, listen, melanin is an amino acid. This is what you want to know. It's not saying it right here, but I studied it. I already know melanin is an amino acid. So I'm going to just say that because I'm just showing you what this is. And this is how you know it's an amino acid anyway. But melanin, oh, somebody calling me. Hold on, y'all. Matter of fact, I ain't answering it. Hold on, let me let that ring. But look, melanin is a amino acid that is processed in these groups called melanocytes. Right? You see this? The melanin pigments, right? They talking about the skin that eumelanin affects, right? Melanin pigments are produced in a specialized group of cells known as melanocytes. Now, what are melanocytes, right? So we know that melanin pigments, the skin, because that's all we talking about right now, right? We talking about the skin. We ain't get to neuromelanin. But this, now what is a melanocyte, right? All right, that's no problem. I appreciate you getting to the root of it all. Hey, y'all gotta bear with me for a second, all right? Let me take this call because they keep calling. Hold on. I'll be right back.